Behold! For you are about to witness the most majestic view of the ascension. The town, I finally found it. I finally found the view of the town. Woo! Why? After crossing those fences, I finally found it. I finally pinpointed the very spot I was in last year. The ascension is complete. The view of the majestic view of the town is at hand. Woo! Why? The majestic town is there. Finally. Finally. I think that's the house right there. That's where I originated just an hour ago. I originated from that location an hour ago. That's the church. I believe that's the church. Look at that pillar, that corkscrew, that beehive protrusion. But look at that town. Look at that beauty. Look at the elevation of it achieved. The ascension was successful. The view of the mountains is breathtaking. And where's Fatima? I think it's there. Let's see. Let's take a look. Well, I guess it's A-okay. Fatima's over there. You see that patch of land between the ferns, between the shrubs? That's Fatima or Fatima's Fatima, whatever. That's what they call it for no reason. It's uncharted on Google Maps, so it's not known to the world yet. That name is not known to the world, but it's also known as the mountain, the foot of the mountain. It begins from that point, Fatima, where the mountain meets the sea. That's where Punta Hagdang is along. That's where Pito Papi Pito walks. You see? That's the road he walks all the way from there. I can paint. You see that road, that main road? That's the main road. He crosses on his daily trek to Punta Hagdan on a daily basis. Every day. From that house, from the origin. See the center of the camera? See where I focus on the center? That's the house. Fatima is all the way over there. That's still the highway. That's still the main highway, by the way. That's still the main highway. But Fatima's over there. It's obscured because I cannot walk up there. It's not safe yet. But this is such a majestic view. I will never forget in my heart, from the bottom of my heart, the view of the adjacent mountains, the fellow mountains, the view of the fellow mountains. One day I dream I will climb Mount Majaas. One day I will climb it because of this escapade I took part in. This beautiful escapade. Now I'm going to begin my descent. From here on out, that is the view of Hamtik, I believe. You see that? See that distant shore? That distant shore, that goes all along there. Goes all along there. I think those are boats. You see those little dots in the sea? Along the gray sea? And along the majestic peaks of the horizon are the mountains. Forged millions of years ago when Antique collided with the rest of Panay. Just like how the Himalayas was formed when India collided with China, with Asia. This is why the mountains are here. Too bad there's not enough funding to study the history, the prehistory of these mountains. But I know, my theory, Antique was separate from Panay millions of years ago, or even hundreds of thousands of years ago. These mountains are such majestic work of nature, geography. They should all partake geography. These mountains are a beauty to behold, as well as the town cultivated hundreds of years ago by the expanding human civilization as a result of the Renaissance. Thank Jesus. That's the town erected hundreds of years ago by the Spanish. But it is these mountains that are undisputed. Work by nature, work by geography, work by volcanic processes, by volcanology, work by continental drift, Continental drift has forged these mountains, as Antique was once separate from Panay. You notice most of Antique has a mountain, is isolated. It's isolated from the rest of Panay via mountain chain. So it was once separate from Panay. That's a fact. That is a fact. Even if it's a theory, it's a fact one cannot deny. Oh boy. This is lovely. Oh, that's the second street that goes along the mountain. That was where I was earlier when I first recorded this view of the mountain. That is where I was earlier. You cannot deny the beauty of this town. It is undeniable. The beauty of this mountain, but it is nature that grants us this view. Let us savor this moment and thank nature. Smell the petrichor from the rain earlier and the geosmin it released emanating in the air. And let's breathe the fresh air. Enjoy the fresh air. This is such a breathtaking beauty. Can never take the recording off of this. And that beautiful peak I will one day wish to ascend to. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is my ASMR. This is what it's called dopamine. The rush of dopamine is elicited. All of the effort, the endorphins, the dopamine. This is how one should exert oneself to get the dopamine. Over and out. Chuckiemus The Great with an epic 20-pound rucksack. 20 plus pounds plated in there. That's what I carried in my endeavor. Okay, now I will ascend, but first, not before I drink my protein shake first. Wish you luck.